Alright, 9 Spiral. Shalom to the home team. YouTube fair use. This is for teaching, educational purposes. So you got your content notice right there. You can contact these folks if you have a problem, which you always do. But nonetheless, we're going to keep it moving. Warning sign, let's go. Alright. 9 Spiral back in the building, y'all. Oh man. They let me out. Y'all. Appreciate y'all for putting money on my books. I was able to get me 10 soups, 4 honey buns, right? And some culos. Now, if y'all don't know what culos is, right, then you never been incarcerated. Culos is like the little drink mix, right? And I was able to get me a bar and that Barker soap. And look at YouTube, man. You ain't never got to worry about me saying shit about no virus. Because it don't exist. Yes, indeed. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, let's cook. Y'all ready to cook? Let's cook. And we cooking up deception. We see some deception going on in Buffalo, New York. Who was rocking in Buffalo, New York? I'm talking to the Iroquois. Who was rocking in Buffalo, New York? That these whites, W-I-G-H-T, the heathen, just rolled up on and snatched it from you because you was doing deals with the devil, right? Trinkets and shit. Y'all was signing treaties and shit, right? It's a lot of deception going on about that colonial shit. I don't buy the American Revolution, not one bit. I believe it was some deeper. But one thing for sure, y'all did not build these goddamn buildings. And I'm saying the same shit over and over again. The Most High made it easy for them. And because you was disrespectful to the Most High, I'm talking to his chosen people. If it don't apply, let it fly. Talking to you, Israel. No matter how hard you fought, no matter how hard your ancestors fought, once the Most High, once the words goes forth out his mouth, it shall not return to him void. Pop off, man. I'm popping off with Jared, man. This is my man, Jared. Let's go, Jared.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Today is going to be the next video in the Old World series. And we're going to be looking at the largest and most important cities from the Old World. That is pre-1900. And
now, how come all these world fairs and Pan Exposition? He gonna bring up an excellent point about Pan, right? Why it seemed like these motherfuckers popping up out of nowhere? It was more than just 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. These motherfuckers was all over. Let's go.
This is going to be a video about Buffalo, New York. Now, you may already be familiar with Buffalo, and this could be due to the fact that in 1901, Buffalo held the Pan American Exposition. And this was important for a lot of different reasons. Right off the bat, we can talk about the idea of Pan American and the idea that Pan himself is the god of gatherings.
There you go.
And how these old world expositions really were the introduction to a lot of different groups of people.
A lot of different group of people, a new history, a new life, a whole world, a whole new world. Different places. This is the old world. Now it's clear and fucking evident that y'all just rode up on us and y'all fought us till we couldn't take it no more and gave the fuck in. That's what happened.
And inventions and things that we may have inherited from other societies. So I'm going to digress on that. We'll talk about it later in the video, but this is overall going to be a compilation of the oldest photographs that I could find of Buffalo, New York. Now, I tried to locate photographs and buildings that were from before the Exposition of 1901, and I'm trying to find buildings that were said to be built in the 1800s and around that time period. So we're just going to look at some of these most luxurious and unique photographs, and hopefully these are new to you, because a lot of these were new to me. Even knowing about this research and having read about Buffalo before, a lot of these photographs I had not seen. So that's why I've included them for you. So hopefully this...
Come on now. Put it on camera. Look at it. Just look at it. Look at it. You think they built that? The horse and buggy people who just came over here. Didn't know shit about how to till your soil, know how to build on it.
This is interesting to you, and while we look at this compilation of old world photographs, we're going to see the real progression and the melting pot, they say.
Look at them. All right. Let's get it in the scripture, right? Deuteronomy 28, verse 49 through 51. The Most High will bring a nation against you from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flies, A nation whose language you will not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which does not respect the elderly, nor show favor to the young. And they shall eat the increase of your livestock and of the produce of your land, my naga, until you are destroyed. They shall not leave you grain or wine or the increase of your cattle or the offspring of your flocks until they have destroyed you, Y'all think it's a game? Look at them. I mean, just look at them. Ball, Jared.
Designs that went into the architecture in Buffalo. And mainly as we advance in this video, I'm going to wrap it up with the Pan American Exposition and all of those amazing buildings, of which only one or maybe two, depending on how you look at it, still stand.
Yeah, we're gonna get off into this. They had another World Fair in Buffalo, 1901, Y'all motherfucker. Damn.
And today.
See that? See the mud flood windows? They go deeper. They just repurposing these buildings. Look at it. You don't even see structures like this no more. And you think they built it? Okay.
So let's get right into it.
Come on, let's get into it.
They say that the city of Buffalo was incorporated in 1789 as a small trading community that was inhabited by the neutral nation. And remember this neutral nation, because we'll talk about them again shortly. Now, the town grew rapidly after the 1825 opening of the Erie Canal, with Buffalo.
And understand, this is the hijack, right? And he understands this. I like his point of view, right? Because he comes with an unbiased, right, agenda, hearing both sides, right? However, he does believe that the horse and buggy people did not build these structures. And he does believe that these land invaders just recently got here. Let's go.
As the westernmost terminus. By the year 1900, Buffalo was one of the most populous and fastest growing cities in the United States.
All right.
And for this reason, they say Buffalo was chosen in 1901 to be the location for the Pan-American Exposition. Throughout,
that just means that they needed time to cover where it was time to cover up the structures in Buffalo, New York, right? We done did Chicago, we done did St. Louis, right? San Francisco. You got something popping off in New Orleans, right? Texas. We're gonna get into Galveston. It was some major shit popping in Galveston now, right? So now it's Buffalo, New York time, because these same structures, you can find them in Chicago, the World Fair there, even around the neighborhoods. The mud flood homes look just the same. Now, you are a fool if you think they built these buildings. Let's go.
The 1800s and even into the early 1900s, Buffalo experienced a steady stream of growth. However, from the 1950s until...
Steady stream of growth, huh? I told you they had to repopulate. That's what they was doing. That's what these expositions was about, these world fairs. The shit is plain as fucking day. Let's go.
2010, Buffalo had lost over half of its population and also lost many of these old world buildings. Now, I'm just going to give you a brief breakdown of...
You think they built this? Look at it. I mean, just look at it. We're talking the horse and buggy people. The people who came over here, they was disease-ridden. They ain't had no teeth in their mouth. And your ancestors was trying to handle mints and shit. Your ancestors got mints. They had mints, man. They was handing these people mints and soap. Come on now. Y'all see what's going on? Come on.
The population of Buffalo at these different times. They say in 1830, so right after the Erie Canal, Buffalo had a population of a little over 8,500. Now in 1850, Buffalo had a population of almost 42,000 people. In the year 1900, and this is where it gets crazy, Buffalo's population had shot up to 350,000 people. And by 1950, Buffalo peaked at 580,000 people. Now by the year 2010, Buffalo only had 260,000 people. So less than half of the population that it had in 1950 still resides in this city. And because of this, you'll see a lot of these unkept old world style buildings, and even more of them really are being torn down or being decimated. But it really is a city with a vast history. So we're going to get into that just a little bit.
Let go. I'm rocking with you. Give it up for Jared, y'all. Look here, Jared, man. You want me to sing you some music? I can sing you some good background music, boy, because I just don't know. Well, old friend of mine
Now, the first thing that caught my eye is that there's much debate about the name and where it came from. They say the first native name of Buffalo was Teyo Hozo Arayron, and this means place of the basswoods. However, the French named the area the River of the Horses.
You see that? Now you're dealing with the French. You're dealing with, speaking about that verse in Deuteronomy, I'm pretty sure he read nations, more than one.
Now they say the name Buffalo occurred sometime.
Because we had to deal with y'all French people, y'all Spanish motherfuckers. We had to deal with y'all African motherfuckers. Wow, y'all on our land. Let's go.
During the British occupation, when Britain basically took over Fort Niagara. And
Britain is black. We're talking black nobility. Don't get it twisted.
1759, and the name Buffalo came shortly after that. Now, the history behind this land. They say the Paleo Indians migrated.
See that? Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what they're doing, right? Where they going with it. Now, keep in mind, this is the hijack. This is not my man Jared, right? So, they're not going to give you your land, period. They're going to say you crossed the
to the area of Buffalo.
Some some ice or some shit.
After the ancient glaciers melted sometime around or be.
You see that? You see that? Alright, we're in the 1828 Noah Webster Dictionary. Let's get it like a baby. Definition of an American, huh? A native of America, right? Or Amarucan, originally applied to the Aboriginals. You, so-called Negro. Okay, don't get it twisted. Or copper-colored races. You came in many different hues. Found here or searched out by the Europeans, but now applied to their damn descendants of those born in Amarucan. Huh?
7,000 BCE.
Wow.
And they're saying that these original natives were very advanced.
Now, they got the compassion to call you original, right? So that's good. That's good. Original, right? They just want to say you came across some ice.
And they actually constructed the original highways, which are basically pathways.
You, so-called Negro, constructed the original highways, huh?
So that they cut through the forest around all of the Great Lakes. So I found that to be really, really interesting.
Me too. So you still think that they built these structures? They didn't build shit, man. They just got here.
They're giving credit basically for the whole area of the Great Lakes and all of the forests around the Great.
You goddamn right. Who else did it? Who else did it? Wasn't nobody here but us. Us. It was us. Come on now.
Great Lakes, how they were maneuverable by the first settlers. They say this is because
y'all did nothing.
The original Paleo Indians that came to the.
We're just talking the original copper color races. Searched out, sought after, to destroy, sought after to be destroyed by Europeans.
Buffalo area after the ancient glaciers melted about 7,000 BCE.
Nonsense.
So really interesting. Now, directly before the French European settlement of the area, Buffalo was occupied by the Wenro people, who were an Iroquois-speaking tribe who were believed to be part of this neutral nation.
Got it. Yeah.
And you can see just from these photographs the mixing pot of different.
The Iroquois. Okay. Copper color races found here by the Europeans, huh? Copper color races found here by the Europeans, huh? Copper color races found here by the Europeans, huh? Copper color races, huh? Copper color races found here by the Europeans, huh? Okay. Huh? Copper color races found here by the Europeans, huh?
Of who really owned Buffalo, or who really had control of Buffalo.
Okay.
Because in its earliest days, we have different...
Oh, now. See that why? Okay, now. Who really owned Buffalo?
And this leads to the narrative of who really owned Buffalo, or who...
Shinaga.
Really had control of Buffalo, because in its earliest days we have different very strong groups of Native Americans that had large populations here, and then at the same time, while they're claiming control of the land, we have the French who came in and they also are claiming control of this land or ownership. And at the very
you see that?
Same time, we have the British who are also here claiming control of the land. So
you see that? You were overpowered and bombarded, so-called Negro. Huh?
I'm about to explain why the Mayflower landed here back in the 1500s, and for 200 years, all the Western world was confined to this side of North America. And it's because there was a great civilization. It is documented. I have proof of how great the Native American civilization actually was. There was a great catastrophe in the time frame of 1812. That is when the NWO rose to power. Guys, it wiped out this whole area of the country, and I am going to prove it at the end of this video. First,
Deuteronomy 28, verse 20. Let's get it. And the Most High will send on you cursing, confusion, and rebuke in all that you set your hand to do, until you are destroyed and until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness of your doings in which you have forsaken me. Huh?
So at this point, we're getting close to the turn of the century, from the 1800s into the 1900s. And this is when we get around to the Pan-American Exposition of 1901 that was held in Buffalo, New York. Many of us who do this type of research into the old world have landed on...
Now, it is preposterous to think that they landscape all this. It is preposterous.
This exposition many times, because it contains some of the most beautiful architecture to have ever graced any land in America, let alone being buildings that we're told in the current narrative were constructed only to last for a year and to be torn down right after this World's Fair ended.
Bullshit.
So today, I'm going to try and include some of the rarest and most unique photographs of this World's Fair that I could find. Now, there is a lot of evidence, luckily, of this World's Fair and all of these beautiful buildings that were built. And if you look through these images, you really get a sense of a different time period. Now, I'm not saying that these are inherited buildings because...
Come on, Jared. You know damn well they inherited.
Because I simply do not know, and I have no way to prove it either way.
On, Jared.
Knowing it's only going to sit there for 6 months, and after that, all evidence of it will be dismantled is just miraculous for me to try and understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
There
and the narrative that we're told behind these...
There you go, Jared. Now, it is just preposterous to think that they did all this within a year. All these buildings made of paper mache. Now, we're going to get some close-up on it. We're going to take a trip through these waterways, right?
Buildings, because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three,
it's a whole bunch
it's hundreds and hundreds of buildings.
You get this same shit in St. Louis, Chicago, San Francisco. It was one in Milwaukee, Georgia, New Orleans. Come on now.
That are hundreds of feet tall. We're talking 200-foot tall towers that are built simply to last for the summertime. And after that, we will forget that they ever existed. Luckily, we have photographic evidence and written accounts of this World's Fair that make these things accessible. So I'm going to include these photographs with you. Hopefully, you can take in all the breathtaking...
Man, y'all is some damn fools now. If y'all think the horse and buggy people did this screams greatness. All signs point to you, so-called Negro.
Atmosphere that was the 1901 Exposition in Buffalo. And please let...
You see, we gotta get out the mind of a hijack, man. Y'all really have got to get out the mind of a hijack. Look at this shit. Don't it look like some Roman shit? But no, they would have you believe that this is how you was rocking. Huh? This is what they have brainwashed into you. You see this shit? That back in the Old Testament, y'all was walking around dirty with rags and shit, all hot in the desert and shit. You see what's going on? Fair use, YouTube. That's what they want you to believe. You was rocking robes and shit.
No water for him.
And sandals. And you was always dusty. You didn't shave, none of that shit. Wasn't no cleanliness about you. This what they want y'all to believe. This what they got y'all stuck in right here. When we're saying, goddammit, that this shit that happened in the Old Testament wasn't that long ago. And we've got the fucking evidence. And nobody want to pay attention to it, huh? This is what they want y'all to believe, that y'all had structures like this. Y'all was rocking like this. In little huts and shit. Or teepees. When that cannot be further from the damn truth. Let's go.
God, help me.
Get your ass out of here.
Atmosphere that was the 1901 Exposition in Buffalo. And please let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
Now you're going to find this same structure right here. The one in San Francisco, the one in Chicago, the one in Milwaukee, the one in St. Louis. You're going to find this same damn structure. Matter of fact, you can find these same structure, same building style all over the fucking face of the plane. So you cannot subscribe this to just one nation of people. You can't just say the Moors was building like this. Everybody was building like this. Where you think the Moors got it from? Where you think the Phoenicians got it from, huh? This is Old Testament style building. Everybody was building like this. Come on now. And these motherfuckers got the nerve to say that this is paper mache. Paper mache. Wow. Just fucking wow. Paper mache. Wow. Wow, son. Wow. Hey. Wow. Y'all got me. And we gonna get on this damn beam of light. Why in the hell is this thing shooting out a beam of light? When electricity was primitive back then, huh? Y'all think they built this shit? Come on now. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. All you gotta do is just look at it, use your common sense. Just look at it. Pay attention to it, now just look at it. They say it's paper mache. Come on now, don't run from the truth. Y'all come towards the truth, huh? Come get some of this love from the truth. The truth loves you. The truth loves you. Come towards the truth, don't run from it. Embrace it, y'all. The truth loves you. The truth loves you. The truth loves everybody. Nah, I take that back. Not everybody. Wow. Just breathtaking.
I believe this turns dark the second half of the video. And then you see the electric tower light, I believe. Excuse me.
Electric tower light, y'all.
Do you think that that's all paper mache facade?
No, hell no.
I don't.
Me neither. It's dumb shit.
I think that, you know, like, what we think, there you go, here goes the dark. Boom.
Wow.
Look at that beam. I mean, I don't even know if we can focus a beam like that this day and age.
Wow.
In this day and age. Everything lit up. Look at that. Everything lit up. Like the ribs, all the lines lit up.
They lying, y'all.
What was charging that? Niagara Falls?
I'm flabbergasted.
30 miles away?
I'm flabbergasted. I am totally flabbergasted.
Excuse me.
Yeah, bucket your arm out.
Okay, back to the gravy of the architecture.
Wow.
Now, again, I remember being taught as a kid, specifically, explicitly, I remember my teachers telling me that they made the Pan American Expositions out of paper mache facade.
You hear that shit? There you go, right there. Their history goes back no more than 200 years, if that. And it's all completely fucking contrived. Wow.
There goes the stadium, and I think that's, I don't know if that's the electric tower in the back. I don't think so, because the point of view of the stadium is pointing this way. So that would, what that would be, I believe that would be the central terminal in the background, which is all the way over here. I don't know.
Now let's go back to that stadium, man.
You look that up. That looks like it's pretty close. This picture of a corner of the stadium shows massive, beautiful character of the architecture. This will be a very large structure, and during the exposition season there will be held an athletic carnival of particular interest. The entrance to the...
You see, they want to have you believe that you were just over here just doing nothing. Just uneventful. Just chilling. Smoking pipes. And hunting and shit. That's what they want you to believe. When the evidence, right, says otherwise.
Well, they say that this was just a simulation, and basically you would go into this building and you would get into this fully built airship and you would simulate the idea of flying to the moon or flying into the atmosphere. However, when you look...
All right, so check, man. Okay, so this is what's popping off in the mud flood community. Again, this is Jared, man. Y'all check him out on YouTube. He does beautiful work. They want you to believe. Now, we look at these world fairs, and now you see these rides and stuff. They want you to believe that they built those rides for everybody to come and have fun. Just like we do today. No. Those rides and shit were already here. And so they would like to have you believe that you were just boring as fuck. No, man, we had parks and shit, amusement park. Where do you think it came from? They invented nothing, I swear to you. They invented nothing. Golly.
Into some of the photographs of this and the different accounts that they have written, the actual airship was constructed. The actual airship was built to fly. The actual airship did have wings like an airplane, which would make it very different from a lot of the old airships that we see around this time. The actual airship did have a dock that was actually built at this World's Fair.
Wow.
And this actual airship did sell tickets under the impression that it was going to fly people as high as an airship has ever flown before. So this is a real thing that was created for the World's Fair.
What are you saying, Nan? I'm saying the Wright brothers was a facade.
However, we're told in the narrative that this airship did not fly at the World's Fair, and basically this was just a simulated ride, much like Disney World, basically, a simulated ride into space. So I'd never heard about that before, but from the designs that are given and the airship that's shown, it just makes me wonder if there actually was the airship Luna flying as high as an airship could fly around the grounds of the World's Fair. And that also brings me to this sort of Ferris wheel type of design. And I just found this to be really interesting because they say it was sort of counterbalanced. So when one was going up, the other would go down. And it sort of reminds me of the natural gravitational force that can be used and applied to different mechanisms to make them sort of flow naturally or without any energy. We're looking at free energy type of devices here. I'm not saying that's what this is, but it's reminiscent of that type of mechanism. And it's also really interesting just because they say that it went up to roughly 250 feet in the air. So this is a really gnarly Ferris wheel that they had at the 1901 Exposition in Buffalo.
Same shit popping off the one in Chicago. Same shit in San Francisco. Same shit in St. Louis. Same shit at the rest of them. Same shit at the one in Atlanta. Wow. Just fucking wow. Y'all hiding all this shit? Wow. Wow. The damn lengths y'all go through. Just wow. This definitely don't belong to them. Wow. Wow.
Type of mechanism. And it's also really interesting just because they say that it went up to roughly 250 feet in the air. So this is a really gnarly.
Look at them, y'all. It wasn't that many of them. And how come you never see no Nagas at these world fairs, huh? That because your ancestors was too busy defending the fucking land. Huh? That's why you don't see them. They using these motherfucking expositions to cover you up. That's why you ain't in none of these pictures. Even though we know that you were the majority. Excuse me? You were the majority. At this time, you was all over. Where are the pictures of the Nagas? We want them.
I also want to talk about this face in the wall that you see here. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's not a building. There's just sort of like a Han Solo type of wall with a face sticking out of it. And I've included this because I've looked at these photographs of this World's Fair from 1901 a bunch of times before in my life. Since I started this research like 3 years ago, looking into the old world, I've looked at these photographs of Buffalo, and I wasn't going.
Now, y'all let me know in the comment section. I don't know. They could have did it. I don't know. Yeah, y'all let me know about that one.
Tribal Mafia. Rob Nation, let's go. Invested while my development was arrested. Couldn't maneuver like a Naga supposed to get it. Primary men running underneath and up above us. Choice is yours, life or death, you gotta make a decision. I lay calm in my cabin home, minding my business. You attacking me with low frequency, bidding me writtens. Every day I got to modulate my frequency rhythm. Tune it back to 432, vibration keep switching. You keep playing, well make your mind up, on and do this dance. Every move that you make, we see it in prophecy written. I'm just saying you missed the big bad wolf in things. Might as well pop it off and suffer the consequences. Restitution weigh on my mind and heavily guarded. But somebody got to pay for the dearly departed. Keep on rendering unto Caesar what doesn't belong. Make your mind up, take back your birthright for real. Let's go.
No Caesar's Messiah on this here camp. Mexicano era mosquito, Mayan, Indio, soy. So hot it gets a cold to Zebulon, tribe of Yashua. Feel me when I tell you that we returning to the old East. They say Black Lives Matter. I say a kind's life matters. In the old East and home of the pomegranate. Or called the white altar. Hit the cedar, let the droplets play. Ride this flat plane, let my dracons to the end of time. Second estrus, second Baru. A revelation of how we now who got the keys to shit home. I say, whoa, my people, and take courage. Yasharella flourish through the ruah. Don't be sorrowful for Hawa remembers you. My Tawab, I totally cut up. But my people locked up, get hit up with the Saya. I tell them empty your car, get your game up, get your ruah tuned up. I spark for the liquor. I drop your whole start line up. Your car flame, got the mic up. No New Testament, no blood in the car. Primary. Another 48, I run it like the QB keeper. Subtract 8, I got the OE by the 40. I ain't talking more liquor, cuz at the corner store. Simply without we had to go to war on them hoes. The four corners, yo, the wild, wild east. Where the beast run free, a magical kingdom. Now they throw us a condom to stop the rabbit. No Billy the Kid, no Buffalo Bill. I'm talking technical match. I'm talking Yasharella. I'm talking the Titans, ones, 12 tribes. Ezra spoke in the scribes roll, 96 books. I got the hijack by the throne. I can't let go. I gotta free the sheep, to defeat the sheep stuck deep in the matrix. Let me tell you about Hawaii's decree. Let me tell you about Hawaii's decree. The only we got holds the key.
Oh, Eastern region, form legions, restricting movement